A lot of people think building wealth is some kind of complex puzzle, something only for math whizzes. But here's the real secret. You don't struggle with money because you're bad at math. You struggle because you don't have a system that's working for you. So today, we're going to break down a 90-day reset to build an invisible wealth system, one that grows your money on autopilot. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you this. Is getting ahead financially all about staring at spreadsheets and having the willpower of a superhero? Is that really what it takes? It's a really common belief, right? And honestly, it's what keeps so many of us feeling completely stuck. But what if I told you that's just not true?
The answer is a huge resounding no. See, building real, lasting wealth isn't about crunching numbers. It's about understanding your own psychology and then building a system so simple, so automatic, that it grows your money for you, literally while you sleep. And that whole system gets started with phase one, the financial audit. Before we can build anything new, we've got to get radically honest about where we are right now. We need to know exactly what we're working with. Okay, the very first step is a massive mindset shift. I want you to start thinking of your personal finances like a successful business. Seriously, a place like McDonald's knows exactly what it spends on every single bun. To win this game, you have to give your own money that same level of respect. So here's your first piece of homework, a 3-month audit. First, you're going to gather every single statement you can find. Then, you're going to categorize every single dollar that went out into 3 simple buckets. Fixed costs, that's stuff like your rent. Discretionary wants, think eating out or shopping. And of course, debt payments. This is going to give you a crystal clear snapshot of where your money has actually been going. And this right here is where the audit gets really eye-opening. You start to find the leaks in your financial boat. When you see a breakdown like this, you might have that aha moment where you realize you're dropping over $200 a month on Ubers, or you're still paying for a subscription you totally forgot you had. Now, this isn't about feeling guilty. It's about finding money that is already yours and just putting it to better use. So once those leaks are patched up, we get to move into phase 2. And this is where the real magic happens. We're going to build your automated wealth engine. This is how we make building wealth feel effortless. Let's talk about the single biggest mistake that almost all of us make. We tell ourselves that famous line, "I'll save whatever is left at the end of the month." But let's be real for a second. How often is there actually anything left? Yeah, that strategy is pretty much designed to fail. So the solution is a simple but incredibly powerful principle. Pay yourself first. All this means is that you start treating your savings and investments like the most important bill you have, and you pay it the second your paycheck hits your account. And this shows you exactly how it works. You set up automatic transfers for payday. Boom, 10% of your income is instantly whisked away into your savings and investment accounts. And please, make sure it's a high-yield savings account, earning some real interest. You never even see that money hit your main account. And psychologically, it's like it was never there to begin with. So you just naturally learn to live off the rest. It's brilliant. Okay, while our new wealth engine is warming up, we have to deal with any anchors that are holding us back. And high-interest debt is the ultimate wealth killer. With average credit card rates soaring over 21%, carrying a balance is like trying to swim with weights tied to your ankles. It's just not going to work. But check this out. Here is an incredibly powerful action you can take right now. A single 5-minute phone call to your credit card company can slash your interest rate. Just tell them you've been a loyal customer and you're looking at other competitive offers. The worst they can say is no, and that one call could literally save you thousands of dollars. Now, with that debt getting under control, we can aim for our first major psychological victory, a $1,000 emergency fund. And when you think about the fact that nearly 60% of Americans can't handle a surprise expense of this size, you realize how huge this is. Hitting this milestone completely shifts your mindset from just surviving to actually thriving. And that feeling of security brings us right into phase 3. Our financial foundation is solid, our automated engine is humming along, and now it's time to pour some fuel on that fire and really accelerate our growth. If you look back over the last century, no type of asset has consistently delivered returns like the stock market. Not real estate, not even gold. To really build wealth, you have to put your money in things that grow over time. And you know what? The strategy is beautifully simple. You do not need to be a stock-picking genius. By passively investing your money in a low-cost S&P 500 ETF, you're basically buying a tiny piece of the 500 biggest companies in the US. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it approach that just bets on the market's historical average returns. And this is the payoff. This is the magic of compounding interest. Just look at this. Investing just $500 a month, earning that historical market average around 8%, could grow to almost $750,000 in 30 years. Bump that up to $1,000 a month, and you're well on your way to becoming a millionaire. It's all about being consistent and giving it time.
But while your investments are doing their thing in the background, you also need to focus on the one thing that has no upper limit, your income. Go ask for that raise. Seriously consider changing jobs for a big pay bump, or maybe learn a high-income skill. Remember, you can only cut so many expenses, but your potential to earn more is basically limitless.
And finally, that brings us to phase 4. The whole goal here is to turn this 90-day sprint into a lifelong sustainable system that just runs itself on autopilot. And it all starts with a really simple psychological hack. Did you know that studies show you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by writing them down? That's it. The simple act of putting pen to paper makes them real and tangible. So take some time and define your vision. Start tracking your net worth, which is just your assets minus your debts, and watch that number grow. Set some big, ambitious stretch goals for the next 1, 5, and 10 years. And most importantly, schedule a quarterly check-in with yourself. Just put a reminder on your calendar to review your progress and make sure you're staying on track. Look, this entire process, the audit, the automation, the investing, it's a proven roadmap. It turns financial chaos into a system of clarity and control. This 90-day reset is designed to give you that jumpstart you need. So the only question left is this: your reset starts right now. What is the very first thing you're going to automate?